I wonder what it would be like to wander naked and unafraid. Not in a bare-skinned attempt for attention or a stark undertaking of seduction, but just the freedom of being unburdened by covering, like Eve in the Garden of Eden. Like Eve in the Garden of Eden. Eve and I have been so many women since the garden. And Eve and I have loved and lost so many women since the garden. And Eve and I have lived and loathed so many women since the garden. And Eve and I are such different women since the garden. And I know so many women today who would love the paradisiacal pleasure of a garden walk, naked, unashamed, and unafraid. I am one of those women. The unafraid part is of the utmost importance because fear is such a mutilating force that it can hinder one's walk and bring it to a complete stop. And stopped is not a good position for a naked woman in this world of ours that isn't Eden. And so we walk naked in other ways. Through art and audacity and anger and action. Through birthings and bearings and building brilliance. Through dreams and defiances and even death as a last dance. Through education, emancipations, elevations and empowerings. Through fighting and fashion and feeling our feelings. Through God and grace and gatherings and goings. Through politics and poetry and placards and prayers, through songs and silence and sounds of peace and violence, through thinking and teaching and touching of things once beyond the reach of fingers attached to hands, attached to bodies that belong to women, through words and work, wailing and worship and womanhood. We have walked through so much naked in other ways. Along all the roads of these many walks have been scars, sacrifices, sufferings, successes, strengths, and living, finding, and sharing our superpowers for all women and for all girls.